BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Hello, hello, hello. Hit me up in that chat. Let me know you hear me very, very well. What's going on? I see no red lights. I think I beat all of the tech stuff today except for one thing, one exception. Hey, you guys, I'm Melikia K. Courtney. Welcome to Sanctuary Experience, which is what the SXP stands for. SXP MetaMorphosis 365, which is your growth podcast. Let's get to it. One moment. I want to make sure. Hey, partner, what's going on with you? Welcome, welcome. And you hear me well. That's good news. Good evening, Abronia. How are you? What's going on? What's going on? And excellent. Okay, dear darling hearts. We began this episode like we always begin our episodes together. Gratitude. It has been a wonderful day and a super busy day. So I'm off in Orlando streets today, which is wonderful because when I'm in Orlando, I get to sniff on some wonderful grandbabies. I love those things so very much. Love them, love them, love them. And they gave me a run for my money. I was reminded I ain't OLD, but I am not the age I used to be chasing mine around. So I'm very grateful to have that time and that reminder and the beautiful smiles and the hugs and the diapers and the crying and the playing and the fun that goes with it. So I'm very grateful. I'd like to also thank Blast Music for just being a partner in this podcast thing, figuring it out, making these waves, learning and moving. Very excited about that. And thank you to Sunshine Cromwell, who I make it my business to always thank because she is the reason that I am a part of Blast family. But I would say Sovereign Divine God is the reason I'm podcasting because I definitely was trying to not do it. And I got that pulled up on when God pull up on you like, hey, listen, this is what I'm going to need you to do. So, boom, boom, here. Tonight's episode, what are you willing to do? And I got to say, oddly, if you guys are familiar with Rihanna's song, I think it's Kiss It, Make It Better. I'm not sure what the title of it is. I will mess that up. But I remember that song and it popped in mind, and it's not necessarily attached to what we're talking about tonight, but I think it's always fun when the topic shows up in many different places, okay? Let's talk about the week prior. Last week I had about 30 hours, over the course of 3 days, right? Where I sat myself in the student chair just to revisit and make sure that I am who I say I am. Like I know me, right? And at the same time, still, I know that you would be remiss if as whatever professional designation you put your crown on and run underneath, if you did not take time to sharpen your skills, if you did not take time to revisit and measure, hey, how is this going? Am I effective? Has the information changed? Do I need to update and refresh? How is it landing with the people that I needed to land with? Like, who am I speaking to? Definitely not to myself. Who am I speaking for? Definitely not for myself, because the information I'm sharing, clearly I have it. But it's important for me to share that information and get it into the mind, the hands, the heart, and the action and the lives of those that I am called to serve, assigned to, however you want to say it. There's beautiful and colorful ways to say it, but I'm not getting caught in the weeds. So I sat down and with my family, and I hadn't been with this particular coach in some years. Went and sat down with Andy Enriquez, and we did a Like I said, 30 hours, y'all. We was in the paint, tightening, sharing, speaking, life into one another, and going over stories. Now, for me, I have my story code. I can share it with you in 3 minutes. I'm going to do that just to show you. But beyond that, I was challenged to cut it to two. And I was like, there is no way to share, to minimize. It's kind of how it felt. Maybe that was the wrestle. I don't know. To leave out, and that's probably part of the wrestle as well, what occurred. But oh, yeah, there was, y'all. Not only did I get it within the 2 minute frame, I was coming in at like literally a minute 32 because when you know who you are, what you've been through, the message that you're offering, that you're communicating, why it's important for anybody to know who you are, what you've been through, what is it that you're offering. When you know that, you don't necessarily need a whole lot of words to communicate. Never been one to bleed on the people. I don't believe in acting like that. It's just, it's not fair. It's not right. Now, I do understand that some people, when they get into the trauma, they have an experience that's overwhelming. Yeah, you may have your particular people that you go to, you open up and you share all of the things that go ouch and bump in the night, and that's to be respected. I am not speaking to you. I am not saying you bleed on folks, but my folks who enjoy that trauma bonding, knock it off. The ones who want to one up one another on crazy, please. So there is room for that if you make room for that. But I'm going to encourage you tonight. Don't make room for that. Make room for the things that matter to you, for the things that make sense and that are going to help you. Okay. We had to light it up a little bit because I'm enjoying the outdoors and a beautiful storm is coming. So we're going to get into this conversation, you guys. When it comes to answering that question, and I'm going to give you a few minutes to kind of sort of think and then kind of sort of listen, because you can always go back and hit this replay. I'm going to share my story with you, this one particular story. And I can't say that's going to be the first time, but bear with I said I. And the question on the floor that I'm asking you to really dig into for yourself, what are you willing to do? And you can even fill in your blank. What are you willing to do to be successful? What are you willing to do to kill off the excuses? What are you willing to do to live the life that you said to yourself, hey, this is a life that I want to live? What are you willing to do to have that? Now, am I asking you to do anything that is illegal? Absolutely freaking not. Don't do that. Don't do that. Am I saying do things to take advantage of people or misuse? Nah, that ain't the way either. Okay. But I would like for you to think, what is it that you want? Because it's going to be really simple to move backwards into what you are willing to do to get it when you have something stable and pinned on what you want. When it is not a question, it's not a guess. You have literally defined something that's of importance to you, that you desire, and that you're willing to go after, i.e., what do you want? Okay, now let's push backwards. What are you willing to do for that? Are you willing to drop 30 hours of your week into progress, self progress, personal development? Are you willing to listen to the people around you who actually have something to say of value that's going to help propel you forward? Are you able to do that? All right, let's go. Story time. Had a wise man tell me one time, when things go wrong, don't go with it. So I am off in Chicago streets, home, Union Station. I'm sure some of y'all know where that is. Beautiful place, one of my favorite places ever. Since I was knee high to a duck, as my grandma would say. Had to go to the bathroom because in my infinite wisdom, I had been consuming some detox tea, but it was gentle. It was not supposed to beat you up. Yeah, well, on the way back, my daughter had been in the hospital. So let's move forward. We're in Union Station. Let's go into the bathroom. Boom, I'm in there. Go to use the bathroom, and I am in mid lady hover. And my ladies understand that. And I hear a man's voice suddenly. It is not just the hearing of a man's voice. It is him yelling and screaming. And y'all, it's one way in that bathroom, one way out. The bathroom's not so big. So the voice is booming and it's echoing. I cannot make out what's being said initially. Now, I'm thinking that he was talking to this other woman that was in there. A cleaning lady was in the bathroom. And I'm like, well, maybe it's her boss. Maybe he's just having a bad day and taking it out on her, but that's really out of pocket. So these are my thoughts that are keeping me company until I hear the voice getting closer and closer. Now I'm starting to catch some words. You people, trespassing, arrested. Now I walk through the front door, the same door that I've been walking through for a very, 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 very long time. I'm not saying I'm old. They don't take it that way, but for decades. All right. And no issue. But that night, this man found issue in my skin color. He found opportunity, and like all bullies, saw a woman in the bathroom, pants down, tail out, handling her lady business, and here he go, acting a fool. Boom, gang, gang. So he is saying everything that he is saying, and all I am saying initially is, why are you in the bathroom? This was even prior to him saying, please. Who are you? Why are you in the women's bathroom? Okay, these are my questions. But when I heard him reply, police, yeah, my heart was seized. I was immediately afraid. The anxiety kicked in because I'm like, this man is going off. If that is a police officer, that means he has all the things that police officers have. And if he is that out of control, I am clearly in danger. Well, yes, I was clearly in danger. When I stepped out of that bathroom, that man sized me up. Now, I came out with my hands up. I am not a slow bunny. Hands visible because we don't want those problems. And I'm looking at him. He's looking at me. He looks me up and down. He is looking crazy. We got the white stuff foaming because he's been spitting that hard, y'all. And he drops center and pulls out his gun. And I'm hot. There is nothing I can do. 3 moves in the boogie. I'm like, all right, God, I don't want to be on a t-shirt. I don't want to die for peeing while black. I really just don't want to do that. All right. Sure enough, take a deep breath. I'm here and I'm able to talk to you. So you know it went in my favor. I am okay. Bless God. Same time. What that did for me was send me into about 48 hours of panic attacks. What that did for me was make it real clear that though I knew some amazing people around the world, coaches, thought leaders, and the rest, there was no one of that stature that could have walked me through that within hand's reach. Blew my mind. And I began to harass God like I always do. I need a good response, God. How do I respond to this moment? Now, yes, y'all, 25 years of domestic violence coaching, awareness, and solutions. 8 years straight on solutions, okay? Serving. Story after story after story I can offer you, all right? Background, poet, all kind of life, just life, abuse. Get it? But in that moment, that hit different. It hit different. And I would say that all of the above added up, sums up in what I was able to create after. And what I created after was sanctuary experience. When I tell you that when folks ask me, what do you do for work? I simply tell them, I love people back to life. I believe everyone can understand that simple statement. I love people just like me back to life. I love people just like you back to life. After you've hit those moments where it hurts, where the anxiety grips, where the stuck place comes, where the dark is darkest, I get to interact with those folks and gently and sometimes pushily love them back to life through my company, Sanctuary Experience. Get the picture. Okay, so what are you willing to do in that situation alone? I was willing to press into my spirituality, press into sovereign divine God because I needed an answer. I was willing to call my people. I hit the phones. I called my folks in Florida and Jersey. I hit some of my folks that were further south in Chicago, my people in Tampa, like literally. So the prayers was up, the conversations were up, and I had one key person that comes to mind, Jose Rodriguez. We have a late discipline that was already in place. And sometimes when things happen, you may have all of your mystical, magical tools. You know the road, you know the walk. And guess what? The first thing God sent me back to do was to read my own book. The book that I had written and published, the December before it happened. The Ladder, How to Escape the Hells of Domestic Violence and Trauma. Right. Okay. So sometimes you have your tools in place, but we need one another. We need our good friends. We need our sisterhood, our brotherhood, our coaching friends, our thought leaders, our spiritual folks. We need one another. I push community. So now I've shared my story with you, but this is a continued thought. What are you willing to do? Maybe you, like me, faced a childhood SA situation, okay, or a grape. And we say that way because I don't want my page shut down because apparently they don't like that word, but whatever. Maybe you faced those things. Maybe you faced the DV and or different traumas or bullying at work or a loss that was so mm, rock hard and solid in your heart that it weighed you down. It is possible. It is possible that those moments still have gold in them for you. It's possible that those moments still carry a lesson. And if you did not press into yourself, to the God in you, the sovereign divine God creator, to the people around you, if you did not press in for a response, maybe you let it go. Maybe you tucked it away and said to yourself, okay, it's Tuesday. I have things to do Tuesday. Well, it's Wednesday. I got things to do Wednesday. And the next thing you know, 2, 3, 5, 10 years done went past and you still hiding from yourself and can't see you in the mirror. You can't embrace your beauty, won't acknowledge your intellect, hiding from yourself, hiding the real you from others. It is possible that that was your response. And I ain't got no shade for it, trust. Believe it, I understand. I understand the invisible feeling. I understand nobody would care, like thinking that way when it is absolutely not true. But I understand the thoughts that come to keep you company when you're already feeling away. Okay. So, what are you willing to do about that? Okay. So, that is from the end of pain or trauma. Let's move into the end of desire and goals, because the two are tied. The business always begins in the body. Your business always begins in the body. And this is for you business professionals, and this is for you people just who are handling your daily business. All right? You in business. You are a business. If you're paying attention, fast forward from the desire and goals end. What are you willing to do to have it? Are you even willing to be honest with yourself and say it out loud to yourself and maybe to another person you trust, the thing that you want the most, the thing that you desire the deepest, that would pour water on you like oil, soothing balm? Are you willing to face the things that you really want? And then are you brave enough to act on it? What are you willing to do to manifest that in your own life? Do you have 6,000 excuses as to why you haven't made a plan, had a conversation, hired a coach? Why? My book people, I'm going to do it. I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it. Okay. I'm one of you. Here I am confessing. I told myself I'm going to write this book. I'm going to write this book. I'm going to write this book. And I wrote, and I've written songs, books, plays, all kind of stuff. Written. But this one particular book, y'all, got with a cohort after saying, yes, I'm going to do this, committing and making that decision and actually acting on it and standing on it like 10 toes down. Wrote it in 45 days, quit playing. So it can be done. And I'm at the point now where I can write a book in 3 days, full. Okay. So I encourage you to begin to look. I am here to offer you a fine tooth comb for you to finally comb through yourself. I believe in the introspection. For those who have been rocking with me, you already know we talk about identity 24/7. Go check the receipts. What are the receipts? The receipts are the prior episodes. We are on 72. That means that you have 71 opportunities before this one to go and binge the material and grow. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to stretch you, take the time from the things that are distracting and detracting, okay, and put it where it's going to help you grow? Are you willing to water your seed? Are you willing to stop? I had a really great moment. So, y'all, I am a coach, licensed, yes. I believe in sitting down and being coached as well. And they had this wonderful moment during a landmark forum. And I was thinking about a particular thing. I've been working through a particular one thing, yeah? And I sat back and I was like, okay, what have I said to my people? If you fight for your excuses, you can keep them. I'm not going to fight you for your mess. Everybody who's been through my 3-day, you already know. I'll tell you out the gate. I'm not fighting you for your mess, but if you're willing to let it go, I can help you let it go. I had to sit there and say to myself, okay, dude, I ain't gonna fight you for your mess. I'm not gonna fight you for your excuses. If you want to live in excuses, have them. If you want to be honest and say, when it comes to this one thing, you FOS, and that's full of shit. For those who don't know what the FOS is, you ain't did what you said you was gonna do. You didn't stand on business right here. And I am that person. I'm going to examine it. If there's anywhere that I'm finding that I'm not standing on business, then I gotta level up. I gotta level up because I'm willing to do that. I refuse to sit in that seat of a liar. And that's how it come across. For people who sit there and tell themselves, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You know, you heard you say that, right? You're listening to you harder than anybody else is listening to you. You with you 24/7. What kind of you would you say you are? If you were able to divide yourself into two yous, and the one you could actually stand there and tell you about yourself, what is that you going to say? Is it going to say exactly what you think, my guy, my girl? Or is it going to be a hell of a surprise and a moment of honesty because that divided you say it is so the light of you, the truth of you, the God in you that stands as your witness. Yeah, that stands as your witness about what you did or what you didn't, what you said you would, and what you did and what you didn't. You feel me? So take that walk for yourself. Yeah, sometimes folks don't want to hear it, and I get it. You know, who wants to honestly focus in and see maybe a flaw? But guess what? You ain't dead. The flaw ain't killed you. Okay? It is a space where you can grow. And you are your best support. You can be. Some folks have chosen to be their own worst enemy. I think that's a very poor choice. But thank God you still breathing and you can make another choice. Choose to be your own best friend. Choose to be that you that's going to sit with you and hold you accountable. And then beyond that, get with a group of people who are going to hold you accountable and ask you those good questions and love you like that. What are you willing to do? Are you willing to come away with me for 3 days and dig it up and out? And this is for my women. Come away for 3 days and be among your sisters. Get naked, not physically, but spiritually, emotionally, and situationally. Come about them fake clothes. Come about them lies. Come about them excuses. And here's the truth. Come about that stress because life is going to bring you that period. Life is making sure that it keeps you ready. It can get rough. Them punches are hard as Mike Tyson's fist. Same time, life is getting you ready. Ready, ready, ready. It's not out to get you, but it's out to get you ready, though. You feel? All right. So it is important that we take that moment to do our introspection, to look at ourselves and decide, what do I want? And what am I willing to do to have it? Let's talk about excuses. Darling, as many as folks have booty holes, there's excuses to go around. Yay, we don't want that. I get it. There's a poem that comes to mind. I'm not going to say that up here. Catch me in Partners in Rhyme on Friday, and I will share that line with you. But there, life comes, and it comes hard sometimes, okay? But can you find the metal in you to come harder? Are you able to stand up? If you're not, okay. Time for you to reach out and get some help. And if I am not your help, you have somebody in your circle that's close by that is your help, well, kindly open your mouth and say, hey, listen, even, especially my people who are dying inside. I just had like a spirit. I swear I felt like a cello. Something just was like bling. You who are dying inside, who are listening to me, knock it off. You got somebody in your life because that was a snitch. That was the Holy Spirit snitching on you right now. If you are dying inside, please don't do it. Don't continue in that direction. Let's interrupt that direction with a decision. What is a decision? A decision is something that you make a commitment. And when you decide that it's going to be A, the rest of the alphabet no longer exists. There's only A, and the A disappears because there's only the thing that you're about to do. It just is the is. Get it? Maybe you got an A option in your mind right now and a B option in your mind, or a C and D. Once you make your choice, that becomes your only option. Your alphabet disappears. You are committed. How are you committed? You are committed to working on that thing every day. If you do not understand how to work that thing out, how to come up out of that death, go back and binge. I am a coach. You can reach out. lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. I welcome you to do that. Send me an email. Let me know if you're looking for coaching and you want a guide to help you through it. Now, I've had folks say to me that I'm a healer. I don't necessarily look at it that way. This is how I see it. I see it in a way that God uses me to help someone understand how to heal themselves, because I believe that we are all healers. So I'm a healer for Melikia. Absolutely. And sometimes for those assigned to me, that's true. Fair enough. Same time, you are your own healer. And maybe it is that your healer got wounded. And I love that. There's actually a room on Clubhouse, Russ Livingston's room, Wounded Healer, Russ and Miss Lady. They share that together, I believe. And it's Saturday at 11 for those who Clubhouse. Beautiful, beautiful space. And it's called The Wounded Healer, I'm sure. At the same time, my company from 5 years back is Heal the Healers, which is fun. So, I'm in that space. Same time, what I am saying to you is you can do it yourself. You got to pay 1 cent. You can do it yourself. All right. But if you are not able to do it yourself, fair enough. Respect. Reach out for the help you need, and don't just reach out and say it. You know, that quick phone calls. Hey, how you doing? And you piddling and not getting around to saying what you need to say. I need help. Flat out say what you need to say. I need help, and let that person help you. All right. Let's fast forward into thought, because we're at 25 minutes after, and I want to share something practical with you. I would like for you to commit flat out. Self-mastery. This is what we're talking about. It boils down to that. When it comes to what I laid out for you before, that addresses your excuses. When you decide and you move in that direction consistently, guess what happens eventually? Eventually, when you've built that action, you will find that it has become your habit. You will find that it permeates your mindset and your being and your doing and your having. That's just how it works. So I kind of gave you a little cheat code on habits and behaviors, but it starts in you, with you, for you, by you. You got to do it. You got to have someone hold your hand to do it. That's fine. But you got to make that decision to commit to relentless self-mastery. Relentless. And that is what I politely put as repeat it. Do it again and again and again and again. I'm a speaker. Do you think that I honestly took that microphone and was just like ace out the gate? I was good. I had a skill. I had a gift. But still, you got to work your skills and develop them. You got to feed and water your gifts. This is not a magical thing, though it's magical. All right? Follow me, run with me. Commit to that relentless self-mastery, darling. Winning starts on the inside. You want to win? It starts on the inside. It's here. The game is always here. The body, this is your robot, if you will. It's a cool, fleshy robot that's pretty dope. It's got an excellent exoskeleton and systems and all the hookups, nerves and the rest of that. Okay, great. Get it? But your mind and your heart, they are in cahoots. When you have it settled there, that is where your winning began. Let me explain it in a more layer. When you sit and you demean yourself, when you convince yourself quickly, oh, I'm not going to even try. I'm not going to raise my hand and even try. I'm going to sit over here and hide. Those decisions are made in the head and the heart, and the body complies. Get it? All right. And that's what I want you to understand real fast. If you can get ahead of that by making a conscious decision, which is what you can do, you're ahead of the game. You're in it for the win. Stay consistent. Get around people who are breathing that air and working to be consistent and match to themselves, i.e. my mastermind, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Quit playing. All right. This is all doable. Now, I don't know what you're willing to do. I don't know what your thing is. So I'm going to ask for those who are watching, hit the comments and let me know, what is your thing that you are desirous of? What do you want? And then go ahead and let me know what you are willing to do to have it. All right, let's move this way. Discipline. It is important, and that's what I've been talking about the whole time. I just didn't use the word. Discipline. Self-awareness, that's the introspection. What do you know about yourself? Do you know you? Like, for real, do you know you? Do you know your habits or your tendencies? Do you have a tendency to delay? Do you have a tendency to procrastinate? Do you have a tendency to do it quickly without all the information? Do you have a tendency to take meticulous steps and go into methodical behavior and delay your process still. Okay, get the picture. At least know yourself. And there's no good, bad, or right or wrong right here. This is not that conversation. Ain't nothing better than the other. Just understand who you are and how you operate. All right, discipline, self awareness, and start building your ability to be brutally honest with yourself. What does that do for you? It allows you to see through a clearer lens, and it helps you hear when someone else who cares about you comes to you and says X, Y, Z. And XYZ don't feel too good. You don't necessarily want to hear XYZ, but you know, love and trust the person that's bringing to you, and you're already hardcore honest with yourself so you can take it. You're not punked up about it. You're not about to cry about it. You're not going to die about it. Even if you cry, you're going to move on it. All right? So get to building that. Understand what your strengths are, understand what your weaknesses are. And for clarity and for peace, do understand when you understand your strengths, you know where you're going to be able to work your best. When you understand the weaknesses, you know who to hire to help you be your best. There ain't no shade in that. All right. Okay. Without self mastery, everything is temporary. You can believe that for sure. For sure. Okay. Action, action, action. We talked about that. And here's the trick of the action. It needs to be consistent. What does that mean? It means that once you decide all them other options are gone and you're working on your is, you're going to break down what it takes to bring your is to life. And you're going to consistently, what does consistently look like? Every day. Every day until you possess what it is that you desire. Every day you are making action, taking action, making action, taking action, making action, taking action. And it's every day. It is not, oh, okay, maybe I'll do it on Saturday. Oh, no, Saturday comes, I can't do it. Maybe Wednesday. No, this ain't that. This looks like it's on your calendar. This looks like it's in your notebooks because you don't wrote it by pen and by hand. It looks like you don't clickety it. It's in your computer somewhere, okay? Your notes. And not only do you have copies, somebody you like, love, and trust that's going to be on your tail to make sure you are getting it done. And not to the tune of they got to be your mama or daddy. But they're going to politely, hey, listen, you said you was going to XYZ by this date. What is the progress on that? You want a reliable person. And if you do not have a reliable person in your life, not a problem. I'm right here. And yep, it'll be behind the paywall of coaching. Understand that. Nothing wrong with that either. Smart. Okay. Take that bold, consistent action daily, 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 daily. Dream while you sleep. Get it? And then when you're awake, pull your dreams to life. Pull them. All right. Sometimes you might be afraid. Got to address that. Sometimes you might be afraid. After I got divorced, y'all, I was afraid. I was afraid to go out by myself. It was weird. I was afraid and somewhat embarrassed to go sit at a dinner table by myself, to go see a movie by myself. Like just simple stuff. That's simple, right? But you know what I did? I did it afraid. I went and sat myself down in a movie theater, and I was a random movie. I remember the movie that it was. It was hilarious. I laughed my behind off, and I did it by myself. And I began to teach myself, this is what I can do. Stretch and understand. You never know what you can do until you try it. And maybe you'll try it and fall on your face. It might not work. That's okay, but at least you tried it. I was petrified when I hopped up in that plane. So first moment was like, look, there ain't no doors on this plane. We had intentions on hopping out of it, right? I'm like, okay, I guess it wouldn't need doors if you're going to be hopping out of it. Sure enough, we get to like 13K. I'm like, ain't we high enough, Jesus? And we went higher. And I got to say, that plane jump was one of the most invigorating, most alive things I've ever done. Scared. So this is me erasing your excuses. Let them die. You can have your excuses or you can have that desire. You can have your excuses or you can have the life you wanted to live. You can have your excuses or you can have something bigger and better and better and better. It is truly up to you. It is up to your decision making. Let's talk about decisions. Are you able to make them? How long does it take you to make them? When you make them, do you stick to them? Can you point to decisions made in your life right now? Decisions you made 5 years ago, can you point to some of them right now that still keep you company? Okay. And I'm saying positive decisions. Please don't go be like, oh my God, I married that person. They still on my dang on nerve right now. This ain't that. Something positive. What positive can you look back and go, I decided to do that, and then here I am, 2021. I decided to found Sanctuary Experience. We still rocking, and we're still loving people. I'm still coaching. I'm still serving. We're still fundraising. We're still giving. We're still pouring life into people. People just like me. People just like you. All right. So find your happy places. Praise the good in you. Praise the beautiful decisions. Spend time looking at that. This was amazing. I'm so happy I did that. I'm so happy I took that plane trip with my friend. I'm so happy I went kayaking with crocodiles. Real strange stuff. I'm so happy that I did not let the fear of what I did. It was the unknown. That's all it boils down to. The fear of the unknown outweigh the enjoyment that I received, even when it came to SXP. I mean, look, the first event was ridiculous. Do you understand? It was just like, this is the response. So I've decided, the decision was made, and I acted on it, and I kept acting on it day and day and day, and I've been acting on it every day since 2021 July. Get it? So where's your commitment? Where's your consistent action? And then when you look at those two things, you will find your outcomes. You will find your goals alive. You will find your measure. All right. And maybe you got a little bit further to go. Okay. That's okay. Just keep going. What are you willing to do? And I kept it at two, like literally two simple things. Two. Commit to relentless self mastery. I commit for those who are high achievers, for those who know they need that help. You need a hand held. You got a big plan, and you need somebody to come along and be like, listen, I need a strategy, I need a coach and a guide, and I need a friend. I am right here. And you can definitely reach out to me at lifeissanctuaryxp@gmail.com. Send me a quick happy note. If you want to come and be a part of the event, this is for the women only. I can say that for this. You go to thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary, the word sanctuary. So thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary. Yep, that's what that is. And that is my affiliate partner for Florida. So she helps with that sisterhood. I have other folks in Chicago who helps with another sisterhood. We're moving on. Vegas, it's going to be like wonderful for some more people. I'll say that. But for those who've already experienced it, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. All right. So get to asking yourself that question. Do you need someone to come help love you back to life, to teach you maybe some things that you have not been exposed to, and to remind you of some things maybe that you have? Like I needed to be reminded, right? When that situation happened in the bathroom, I needed to be reminded because I had so many freaking tools and so many beautiful people, but I saw the wisdom in having a sanctuary right there at hands and arms length. Someone to come put hands and hugs around you to hold and pull you back together after falling apart from whatever it is that broke you. Oh, that was a big mosquito. Come get your mosquitoes, y'all. This ain't my mosquito. Okay. So that was one. Commit to your relentless self mastery. And then two, you want to take some bold. What makes it bold? You open your mouth and say it out loud. You write it down and you share it, not just with one person, maybe two or three, not too many, who are going to help hold you accountable. Okay. Take bold, consistent action. Hire a coach. That's freaking bold. My first coach was had me in my feelings, but the same thing I understood it back then. I'm not going to fight for my excuses. I want them. I want some results. Results taste better. They feel better. I want some results. So I went after my results. Okay. When I tell you I am a public speaker and have been forever. Started on stages when I was maybe like 6. My mom had me on stages for speeches and poems and all this other wonderful stuff. Okay, great. And I had my periods off stage where I was like in boardrooms and managing this and talking, yada, yada, yada. Talking is my life, always has been. Okay, great. So fast forward to being back out in front and back on stages. I am right at home. But can I tell you that I used to have some hella panic attacks while I was standing on the sideline waiting to go. And even to this very day, I get this butterfly situation right before I go on, and I look for it now because I'm like, it's like a detector for me. Because I know when I get on stage, if I felt that stirring inside, them butterflies, I'm fit to go ape. And it's about to be a wonderful, wonderful situation. And then I kid you not, every time, whatever event I've been hired to come and perform at and speak at, yada, 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 when I don't feel that, it's about to be different. The vibe ain't right, and I have to do something to charge the atmosphere. So do it afraid. Do not offer yourself the excuse and let the excuses excuse you from life, excuse you from greatness, excuse you from the people who are waiting on you and looking up and at you to do the thing that you need to do. All right. Everybody got a purpose. Everybody got a story. And I met some beautiful people this weekend who had some amazing stories, y'all. And you know what else happened this weekend too? Oh, you're too big to be around me. Get away from me, Skiddo. We swinging. Yes, we are. What happened also too? The coach was teaching. It was so funny. And I had to sit for a second. I literally heard words out of his mouth that come out of my mouth. Like consistently. I sat there and put my finger to my head. I'm like, the Holy Spirit is real. God is real. The message is real. And I'm not the only person to carry the message. Ain't that good? That is wonderful news. You have your own message that you're carrying, and you're responsible for getting out into the universe before you leave this body, before you take your shell off and your spirit go on, be with the Lord, or go on and kick it, come back and do some more great things. I don't know. Okay. I do have to pause for some station greatness because I did not play that music, and I got new music for y'all. So let me say this. Blast Music 247. I am partnered with him for now and possibly till my 100th episode. Let's see. I think that's when I hit my 2 years. Yay. And then I'll revisit the idea of continuing the podcast. Okay. But Blast Music has a really awesome thing for you. I'm going to share this media asset real quick. Bam. It's going to make it easier for you to get that QR code. You want to follow blastmusic.com. It's blastmusic247.com. One, if you're an artist, share your music there and we'll be able to share it in podcasts. 2, if you're a fan and you'd like to hear some good music and some interesting things, or go check out the magazine, all kind of wonderfulness to happen. Yeah, do that. Okay. And then when you do that as an artist, I can do this. Let me see. Tanika. All right. This is Tanika Sheree. Make Room. I like this song.
of you. Push 'em quick to the back since it's still so new. Don't wanna jump the gun, but just someone I could know deeper. But only time will tell me if you really are a keeper. Saw me dead in my tracks. Tell me how you would've did that. Now you got me acting brand new. Got me all in my bag. Working ain't got nothing on that, but it's the same thing in my heart. Can't wait to see you again. Sort of gave up on that, but if you ain't made of glitter, I just might reconsider. Cause I like having you around. You make me lose my nervous energy, baby. And yes, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room. Cause I like having you around. Yeah. I'm at the age right now where I'm pursuing peace. Clean living in and out. I got the cycle on rinse and repeat. Too many times have tried to take me out, but I still gain defeat. Shutting them all down by force like control or delete. I know you see the point that's key. It's me having the option. Letting you in my bubble only means that I've been watching. I take my space as serious. NASA takes the satellites. I'm out this world, not all shit access me. Because I'm kryptonite to every Superman wanna be. Frontin' in front of me, pretending like they man enough, but got feminine tendencies. I'd rather be home by myself, protecting my energy. Waiting for the most high to finally start aligning me with, I don't know, maybe, I mean, you do. Got a warm, familiar feeling and a dope kindredness too. And if I'm telling the truth, pom-poms, I'm rooting for you. If it's true without the panic, I'm willing to make the Can't wait to see you again. Gotta give up the man if you ain't really glitter. I just might reconsider. Cause I like having you around. You make me. That's right, I'm still a G. I know it might be soon, but I don't mind making room. Cause I like having you around. Yeah.
I love that song. It's called Make Rumors by Tanika Sheree. And I'm going to need y'all to go and tap that music. Like, save that song. Go find it on all of your streaming platforms and really big her up. Of course, go to blastmusic247.com for first. Okay? And check it out. And check out all her other offerings while she is moving to the limelight. Beautiful song, beautiful voice. Okay. Get the picture? And I'm going to satisfy my writer real quick. Just real quick. Bam. He loved her while grabbing her body to pull her into loving arms. He loves her while grabbing the headboard. He loved her while choking her gently till the lights went out. No words, no doubt of passive insensitivities. Loved her safest in his mind when she was on her knees or him right on his back, staring dreamily into eyes. Got the feeling that she danced lively in a world full of danger. Stranger the happenings, the more captivating. His thick hair and comely bulges caused her budget to decrease. Steadily efforts paid to please him, paycheck his being back together. Prayer, positive words, and whatever alabaster box that bastarded-hearted curmudgeon called for or demanded. Silently bewitching pools, wormholes she laced her tongue through. Unknown galaxies awaited, worm on the hook, she baited him with clarity. Oceanic love, skydiving insanity, plunging to her need. His strong arms kept her as she bleed to death. Without him, there's no man left on earth. Amazonian crown, king, queen, royalty, she bowed her head, crowns rolling off down Brown's legs like meatballs from a top spaghetti. Heavy is the crown. Water, I'm so thirsty now. Help me. She tried to scream out. Only thing is, that's exactly what he was doing. Healing her from life. Bewildered, suffocating all the knots is not what you think. He only sought to return her life to ink. Rewrite. And maybe next time she'd get it right. Or perhaps not. In body and out, they've been each other's operator. I need a way out for one another. Not just acquainted breaths, but been friend, mother, sister, lover, wife. Elemental air, broken bread, saline, love of my life. Catalyst, antagonist, and prime. Singuloid, that one mind. Yeah, this time, she loved him without grip. She loved him as the stingers pierced daily in and out of her. Allergy, world blurry, and she couldn't see. She loved him through hot to cold, black mold, sweaty walls. Tongue to left and to right, mirrors to souls of soul, dangling disco balls of flashes. Lifetimes hanging walls of memories. Did I find him, or did he find me? Conspiracy, focus synchronicities to ensure love was rubbed like that wood stump of a famous tree. It's showtime. Legs already broken, so she can't stand. He's already guilty by the placement of his hands, fingerprinted, reminders all over her body, toes to thumb. She inhaled her last breath, tears rolling down, and he comes. Pleasure, pure agony. He rapid to enter, 3 strokes and he's centered. She's gone from this realm, and he's going with her. Okay, beautiful people. That was Inverted Love by yours truly. I am a recording artist as well. Lady Molotov in the poetry streets. And you get a flavor, a bit of a taste of how I get down. My other release is called Woe to the Dummy. And I will make sure to just put something together so you guys can experience it here as well. You find it on all of your major streaming platforms where you get your music, okay? I.e. Apple or Spotify, such like that. You know where to go. Okay. I've said everything I need to say as far as teaching goes. And what I will share with you is, oh, you know what? I will share this because we did this last week. Boom, boom, boom. Let me go downstairs so you can get a look at this real quick. Okay, cool. So that was the ready to strip. If you were ready to strip off that fear and get to work and build you, I hosted August Masters class on the 28th, and it was amazing. I had a great time teaching, and oh my God, I had a better time hearing from the people who showed up for themselves to learn. It was amazeballs. Okay, so if you want to catch out the replay, let me know. All right, let's see. This is what happens when I touch buttons. Whatever I want. There it goes. Okay, cool. So go back, listen to this episode over. Go back, binge all the other episodes and learn and grow and get to know me better. Understand why I'm here, literally for you, to love you back to life. Understand who I am, period. You can stalk me a little bit, but like kindly, wisely, i.e. go check out my Facebook, go check out my Instagram. Melikia K. Courtney on the majority of things. And on Instagram, it is Melikia.LadyMolotov. And it is spelled right. I had some genius tell me, oh, you spelled your name wrong. How about no? Molotav. I put the Tav on there on purpose. Okay, great. So Melikia.LittleMolotov on Instagram, Melikia K Courtney, all the other places. If you would like to come and get these love firsthand, if you are a woman and you'd like to spend 3 days with myself and my team in Florida and get that love back to life real time for 3 whole days in a beautiful location with my excellent caterer, she a beast. When I tell you, the food is always great, and I'm gonna tell you occasionally I spoil too, but get the love in. You go to thereboundcoach.com/sanctuary and you get that payment in ASAP, because the event is September 12th through 14th. What does that mean? It's upon us. So if you need to work out a payment plan there, we make exceptions for certain folks, okay? We can have that conversation. You will need to reach out to me immediately, like fast. And then also, it'll be the same information, so I'm going to share this part too. So if you want that information, and if you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is time for you to move forward and get that coaching, and you choose me, pick you as your guide, you text Coach Me to 321-443-2495, and you'll get a response. You text Coach Me to 321-443-2495. There we go. And like I said, for the other, if you want a payment arrangement or such, you want to get the deposit in, you need a little bit more time than paying it in full, which is $1,600 to attend for 3 full days. Talk about all inclusive, family style gang. And we put it down like pros. All right. That is the same number, which you're going to text instead of Coach Me. You're going to text SXP 3-day. Same number though. All right. So I have loved you. I have poured into you. I have given you two major keys and a whole lot of other sub keys for those who are listening. I kid you not. I hope you pull up to SXP MetaMorphosis 365 ready to take notes, like with pen and paper in hand, taking these notes, because I do teach lecture style and I am dropping keys the entire time. Yes, we have a focus, but if you are listening, you're picking up 20 other things. All right. So go back, hit episode 1 and ride it out. I can tell you there's maybe like 3 times, I think, that I was not live within this last 72 episodes and we played a repeat. So you ain't got to worry about the repeats, but go eat that. Eat nourishment, eat healthy, eat wisdom, eat growth, and grow. All right. And eat the meat and spit out the bones, because I know everybody don't agree with everything. That's fine. Just don't choke on it. All right. Take what you need and keep it moving. I'm going to run these 2 points back just real quick because we got to go. Commit to relentless self-mastery. Take bold and consistent action. That's your 2 topics. That's what you're looking for. And you're listening when you go back and hit replay. All right. How? Decide, baby. What do you want? And decide that your excuses don't get to win. All right. Take bold action and make it consistent. Folks ask me, what do you do for work? I tell them, I love people back to life. And they hit me quick with the how. And I tell them consistently, period. All right. Come find out how. How about that? Okay. It's fun. I love being me. I love what I do. And I love who I get to do it with. How many folks can say that on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday, on a Thursday, on a Friday, or a Saturday, or Sunday? How many people can say they love what they do and who they get to do it with? I hope you are one of those people. If not, come on, see me. Let's do something about it. Let's do something about it, Sharon. Okay. With much love in my heart, I send some your way. Everybody get out of here. I got to figure out which one of these buttons we're going to push today. Have a beautiful evening and a prosperous week, and put it into practice. Don't let these words just come in seed. Water them. Let them grow. Produce that fruit and eat. Okay. Peace, y'all. Much love. I found a button.
BlastMusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.